Christ said, as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so must the Son of Man be lifted. You couldn't tell them apart. Christians in America today, you know what they're like? They're like dogs. Now, I've had a German Shepherd around me somewhere for 25, 30 years. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the only dog there is. You know, they came over in the ark. But you take my German Shepherd. If my German Shepherd comes in, I can come up my German Shepherd and I can say, good dog, good dog, good dog. And he'll lie down, cower down, stick his tail between his legs and drop his ears. And he come there and I can say, hello there, you son, give up, pup, I'm going to take you out in the backyard and shoot you. And he'll just smile and wag his tail, you know, because he don't know what's going on. Do you know why that is? Because he's listening to the tone of my voice. That's what a lot of you are doing right now. I get more criticism than that than anything I do. I just don't like the tone of his voice. Well then, blow it out your nose. You know what's wrong with you? You're like an animal. You don't hear what I'm saying. You're not listening. People in America gotten so full of love of themselves, so full of themselves. Think if a guy talks nice and smooth and quiet and smiles at him and pats him in the back, he loves him. And if he yells at him like I do, and spits and growls and howls and pounds the pulpit, he don't love him. You're a fool. That's what you are. F-O-O-L, that's what you are. Well, that's how politicians get votes, man. Don't you know that? Kiss babies and pat them on the head and shake hands. That's how they do it. You never have to worry about people like me and John Mitchell, you know, and Billy Canoy and Carl Lack. You never have to worry about fellows like us. You know why? We can't fool anybody. See? Beware the wolves that come to you in sheep's clothing. I'm not a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm a sheep in wolves' clothing. I mean, we couldn't kid anybody. We roar and rave and spit at you. It's because we love you. If you don't know that, it's because you haven't got any sense. That's your problem. I mean, there's something effeminate about modern Christianity. That's kind of a woman's type of a thing there. I can understand the woman, but not in the man, not in the male. I mean, suppose I got up here tonight and I said, what are you laughing at? I haven't even started yet, man. Give me a chance. Give me a chance to fool you. You see, I can't do it. You say, why? Because I am what I am, and you know what I am. But these other fellows, boy, if they don't get away with it, stand in front of that camera, you know, and, oh, dearly beloved, we do hope each other. You know, oh, yeah, man. And then farewell, and we hope that you enjoy having this thing tonight. And the folks eat it up like a hog, slopping up blackstrap molasses, man. And if I got up there and I said, dearly beloved, as I look across the sea of radiant faces and see all these talented young people and these wonderful people that love God and are sharing the love of Christ with others, I'm so excited about the things that God has. It's a bunch of crap. You know, some folks just lick that stuff up, and lick that stuff up, and lick that stuff up. You know what it's like? They're like dogs. I've tried to stretch my imagination. I can't imagine a red-blooded male listening to Chuck Swindoll or John MacArthur for more than 15 minutes without going to sleep. And I said to a fellow one time, I said, why is that? And he said, Ruckmam said, you're just old-fashioned, you're not up-to-date, man. I said, explain it to me, man, explain it to me. He said, well, Ruckmam, he said, this whole country today is cliff dwellers. And he said, they're all these little cubby holes. And they're working 40-hour a week and coming home and up in a room with no cat or no dog. All they got is a goldfish bowl or a canary because they don't allow them on the premises. And they got no front and backyard to take care of. And they can't go hunting or fishing within 15 miles. And they've got nothing to do but sit around this little box before they get up in the morning, and they're lonely and nobody recognizes them. They don't feel important, and they want this syrup poured all over to make them feel good. So these preachers get up and pour it on them.
Yes, they do.
I guess I don't understand it. I can't imagine, honest to God, man, I can't imagine a commercial fisherman or a construction man or an infantryman listening to Chuck Swindoll long enough to find out what he's saying.
Yeah.
But they do. Now, the thing is, it's imitation. It's a counterfeit. Why? Let me show you how great it is. See that word right there? That word in the Old Testament is Messiah, Christos, and that word in the Old Testament is anointed. Did you know what the devil's called in Ezekiel 28? He's called the anointed cherub that covereth. That's why it was said, it was revealed to Simeon that he wouldn't die till he'd seen the Lord's Christ. Peter says, the rulers of this world are gathered against the Lord and his Christ. There are two of them. That's a title. That's not a name. Now, I'm an ordained Southern Baptist minister. And I was ordained in the largest church in the association, the Escambia Bay, and my pastor was moderator of the association when I was ordained. And we used to have every year in the Southern Baptist churches what we call a simultaneous revival. And all the Baptist churches get together, have these spring revivals at the same time, inviting their people to talk and teach and preach. And out in the front yard we had a sign. Every church had a little sign in front. It said, Jesus Christ is the answer. That was in 1950, 51, 52. Then that was changed. And it said, Christ is the answer. 1953, 54, 55, 56. And then finally the convention got a TV program called This is the Answer. Somebody backslid through there somewhere. They went from Jesus to Christ to a neuter, to this. These things are close. They're so close you couldn't possibly tell them apart. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. This fellow here is a counterfeit. He's not the real thing. All right, now if he shows. Now, let's see if we can locate this fellow. Take your Bible and turn to Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13, start at verse 1. Revelation chapter